the product detail pages. Bar none, the most important page on your entire website, by far. These are the most important pages on your store because the prospect is almost there. This page just needs to push them over the edge. They've decided at this point to consume information about your product. They're looking at the pictures, they're reading the description, they're checking out your videos. So these pages are so important. You really, really have to do these well. This is the make or break. This is the do or die. If you don't do these pages right, you will not have a successful e-commerce store. This is really where the magic happens, where the money is made. So you've got to pay attention to these pages and really go the extra mile and do them right. So let's talk about what that looks like. Traditional versus long form pages. Now, the traditional pages are kind of from the old guard of e-commerce, sort of my era of e-commerce, and long form are newer, sort of Apple kind of introduced these. These are newer types of pages. Now, they both perform pretty much the same. This is the traditional style of page where you have the hero shot and the product carousel and sort of the add to cart box. And this is the long form page where you've got more long form, left-right content going down the page. Now, the reason these pages perform the same, now you'll notice I use long form on Boom, I use traditional on BeFriendly, and I use traditional on my other e-commerce properties as well. The reason they perform the same is because the elements are the same. So it doesn't matter which one you use because the elements of the pages, the actual structural elements that I'm going to take you through are the same elements. So let's look at what those elements are. So the winning product page elements that you need to have, I'm going to actually break down each one, but the winning product page elements that you must have on this page are multiple high-quality product images. Super important. People buy based on what the product looks like. You've got to have high-quality, ownership benefit-driven lifestyle product images. A well-done product description, as we discussed, with headlines, bullets, etc. on the page. A product sales video is essential. You must have a product sales video on your page. Third-party pitch videos or press videos, essentially what these are is their second product sales video. We have our product sales video, and then we have more product sales videos that are done not by us. So some arbitrary third party, this was huge for us, some arbitrary third party, we've gotten a lot of press. You can also hire a YouTube expert who does YouTube videos to put it on their channel. Any third party who is not from your brand endorsing your brand with a professionally produced video will significantly increase the conversion rate of your product detail page. So you've got your product sales video produced by your company, and then you've got endorsement product sales videos, or what I call third-party pitch videos, right underneath that on the product detail page. The add to cart button must be above the fold, both on mobile as well as on desktop. Now, sometimes on smaller phones, you can't get it above the fold on mobile. That's okay. You want to make sure on desktop that that add to cart button is above the fold so they can consume your content, they can see an image, they can see the text, they can see the video, and they can engage with the add to cart button all without ever having to scroll. You'll get a little bit of increased performance from that. Unique selling propositions in image format under the add to cart button. I will show you what that looks like in a moment, but basically what this does is it makes people feel safe about clicking that add to cart button because they know that your unique selling propositions are being communicated to them. This is why we communicate our unique selling propositions in text format, in image format, in video format throughout our site, because certain people are not going to engage with the banner that's in your header, but they will engage with the images that are under your add to cart button. And we've seen a 10% lift in the number of people clicking our add to cart button when we add these images underneath. Image zoom. You must have the ability for people to click on your image and zoom it in. Reviews, user-submitted content, and Q&A. So this is more traditional e-commerce stuff where you've got product reviews, another form of social proof. And then we have customer video reviews. These are phenomenal. These are so good. This is the best kind of social proof you can have. Essentially, you're having customers review your products on video. The only difference between the third-party pitch videos and the customer video reviews, which I'll show you in a moment, are that these are professionally produced and these are not. These are shot on an iPhone by your customer. That's the only difference, but they're both arbitrary third parties pitching your products. Social proof images, if you have those, you might also like cross-sells where you're showing other products that they might also enjoy engaging with, as well as not having a left navigation. So if you've got a left navigation on your store, on your category page, when you get to the product detail page, lose that. Get rid of it completely. You want to use all the space on that page for selling the product. You don't want people navigating away. Having a left navigation on your product detail page gives people the opportunity to navigate somewhere else. You want to make it big and bold and clear that you want them to consume this content. So let's break these elements down so that you understand what they are in greater detail. So the first thing is that the product sales video, the hero shot, the call to action, and your content are all above the fold. Hero shot, content, call to action, product sales video happening above the fold. Here's the product sales video, that's the hero shot, that's the content, there's the call to action. So all those elements are easily visible right there on the page when they land. They can consume with an image, they can consume with engage with text, they can engage with a video, they can click your call to action button. So they have all the options of media to engage with whatever they desire. Now, you'll notice that this page, this is the more traditional page, also has these elements, right? Hero shot of product, little bit of text about it, carousel of images, as well as a product sales video. And when you click that product sales video to view the video, it pops up right there above the fold with the third-party press videos right below it. So you can see that little button will do this pop-up here, and it will create this little carousel of third-party pitch videos or press videos. So you've got the main product sales video, and then you've got your third-party pitch videos. Very important that you have more than one sales video on your product detail page. The reason, again, is because of how much video gets consumed. As we said, 3 out of 5 people will consume your product sales videos, and they'll consume more than one. They'll watch this one, and then they'll watch what someone else had to say about it. So it's a really good thing to have on your product detail page. Now, multiple high-quality images plus image zoom. So we've got the multiple images. We also have the ability to zoom in on those images so people can really get an inside look. What does this product look like? What is the consistency of it? How is it used? They can really see it. So you want to give them the ability to zoom. I personally like click zooms, where you click it and it pops up. You could also do a hover zoom where they scroll over it and it just zooms right in. That's another type of zoom that is popular. The unique selling proposition under the add to cart button. So we have our add to cart button, and then we have our unique selling propositions: best price, hassle-free returns, fast shipping, satisfaction guarantee. Having this little image section under your add to cart button will increase the number of people that click that button. And the more people that click that button, the more people that get to the shopping cart, the more people who make it to the shopping cart, the more people who check out. So it all kind of compounds together. And then tabbed product information. So if you're using a traditional e-commerce page, old school style, then you're going to want to tab your product information where you've got your product description, your shipping information, your why buy from us content, your return policy, all in easily navigable tabs so that they don't have to scroll all the way down to get that data. They can just get it right here in these tabs. It's a very effective way of displaying the information about a product. Ingredients or niche specific tabs are also a great thing to do. And if you're using a long form page, then you've got long form left-right content where you've got a headline, some bullet points, and an image, a headline, and some bullet points, a call to action button. Apple really pioneered this. If you look at Apple's pages, they all flow this way, left, right, with long form content going down the page. And it's where we got the idea to start doing long form product detail pages, and it really paid off for us. And then you started to see it in the industry happening a lot, where you'll have traditional e-commerce pages, and then you'll have a lot of these long form pages. So on one site, you can have both. You can have some traditional pages, you can have some long form pages for maybe your better products, but this is how you want to lay that out if you're rolling with a long form page. Customer video reviews, and you might also like cross-sell. So these customer video reviews, again, are just your customers shooting a little video, and you can incentivize them to do this, about why they like your products. And then you put that right on the page, and when someone clicks it, it pops up and they can watch it. These videos get consumed so much. People watch these things. They watch the whole thing. I'm looking in my stats and I can always see how much these videos are consumed. And what's interesting is that the ones on the left get consumed more than the ones on the right. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but you want to put your best ones on the left side because our analytics for all of our sites are showing that the ones that are on the left in this section are getting clicked more. Maybe that's just because that's where people's eyes are starting, I guess. I don't know. And then there's you might also like. So this is an opportunity to share other products, cross-sell other products. So someone might be on a product detail page and might be thinking, yeah, I'm not so interested in this product, scrolling down, and then they see other products that are related and relevant that they might also like. And then we have our traditional reviews section with our question and answer and user submitted photos. So you've got the ability to generate and acquire reviews for your products and give people the option to submit images and ask questions. So it's sort of a dynamic widget that allows a customer to engage with other customers. Amazon's whole brand is built on this. Their whole company is built on user-generated content in the form of reviews. You must have this element on your product detail page. The first thing a lot of people look for, and we look at our heat map sessions, our eye tracking sessions, session tracking, we see people scroll down to the review section, consume the reviews, and then scroll back up and start consuming the product information. It happens a lot, so you really want to have this section on your product detail page. So this is kind of what the long form page looks like here. Hero shot, call to action, little text snippet, videos, long form left-right content, another call to action, reviews section, social proof with the what people are saying videos, and then the you might also like. So that's more of a long form style page, and this is another example of that, a little bit of a different page where we've got multiple variants going on. And then this is a more traditional page where we've got the sort of traditional e-commerce block with the hero shot, the product carousel with multiple high quality images, the product video above the fold. It used to be that we stuck the product video in the description. That's where we had all of our product sales videos, was in this description way down here. We actually decided to try to get it higher above the fold by putting on this little button and having it load here, and we saw an increase in performance that way. So, and we actually got that idea from Zappos, so you might want to try that out. Then you've got your call to action box with your headline, your price, your quantity selector, your call to action button, and then your product content, your you might also like, and your reviews widget. So that's a more traditional style e-commerce page, and they both perform extremely well. It doesn't really matter which one you use. What matters is that you're using the correct elements. So let's take a look at eBags and Zappos. So eBags here is using a traditional style where they've got the hero shot, the multiple high quality images with the image zoom, the nice call to action box with the review stars and the sort of variation selector and the add to cart button, and then some you might also like, and then their product features. Zappos does something a little bit different where they've got the carousel on the left-hand side, the main featured product image. Generally, they'll have a little video button right here for products that have videos, and then as well as their call to action box, their item information, which is interesting that what they're doing is they're actually not showing all the item information. You have to click this button if you want to see the rest of the items, because I bet you what they've found is that on their particular store, in their particular market, the images are really what are doing the selling, so they feature those images really prominently. I guarantee you they've tested that, and then they find that probably the item information is not as important because people really care about how their shoes look. They probably don't care as much about the content about them, and I'm betting that's why they did that. So this is eBags, this is Zappos, just some examples of pages that are also using these elements that we just talked about. And we have found that when you stack these elements together, the performance increase is incredible. So every one of these elements that you can add onto your page, you'll see a little jump, and all of them together result in an increased performance. I've got a lot of case studies of e-commerce businesses who've implemented these conversion tactics on their product detail pages and seen increases from 50 to 150% in performance on their product detail pages.